The Alabama Stakes Day $100 budget edition of the Notorious OTB on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. Welcome, everybody, to the Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And, folks, as always,
it's all good, baby. It was all a dream.
We used to read Blood Horse magazine. I got my Cuban like song.
Yes, Cuban B.
And I'm your host, Chase Sessoms, the Wolf of Oaklawn.
I'd rather be trapped than lazy. Don't care what they say, I'ma do what pays me.
It happens every year about this time. Weaklings act like they lost their mind. Alphas reclaim the neighborhood. Rob the sheep and all the wolves eat good.
Yes, welcome to the show. Joining me as always, you know him as the Michelangelo of the crime, Michael Jordan. He is your favorite capper's favorite capper, ladies and gentlemen, Barry the Sniper Spears.
Hey, don't rub on that. You block that. You understand? That's alpaca. That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. Right. You don't rubble. Put the club soda on there.
What's good, Barry?
Not much. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. Can you hear me? I guess you, if you...
Yeah, I can hear you. I just can't see you. Okay. Now I got you.
There we go. Guys, StreamYard.
StreamYard is doing a little freaky deaky over here. But we're good. It's a nice Thursday. Still hot as AF. But other than that, chilling.
There we go. It's
I'm
all
hot
about
and
that
chilling
internal.
at the same time. See?
It's all about that internal temperature, baby. You just got to keep it cool in there. Just
ice
that's
cold.
why I take ice baths. That's not true. None of that is true. Barry, we had a unfortunate Lemony Snicket series of unfortunate events yesterday because both of our plays scratched out, so it was moot. The point was moot, I guess. Moot. But guys, the good news is that we're back today with horses that presumably won't scratch because it's Thursday, and as is tradition, we've picked the biggest and best card for the weekend, and we're giving you our bets for Saturday at Saratoga with a $100 budget. We're going all rammer jammer yellow hammer here when we talk about the stakes called the Alabama. We've dug through this Saturday Alabama Stakes card at Saratoga from the rooter to the tutor to give you these bets. So we are talking Saratoga Saturday, the 16th of August, year of our Lord 2025. Post time for this card is going to be 12:35 Eastern, 11:35 a.m. God's time, 9:35 a.m. Pacific time out on the Pacific Coast. And if you're familiar, you know the deal. If you're not, you can play any race, any wager type, whatever makes that cash money. Barry, I'm interested to hear your thoughts about this just Alabama card as a whole before we start digging into bets.
I think it's pretty decent. It's not as good as the one we did last week, but it's not far off. So I think we got some good opportunities here to make a little bit of cash and get everybody going in the right direction for next week.
There we go. Speaking of pointing people in the right direction, make sure you download the SGPN app for all our picks and podcasts for free in one convenient place. It's the SGPN app wherever you get your apps. Barry, it's going to be me kicking it off today. And starting it in race 3, I don't know why I do this to myself, Barry. I, by my own admission, fucking hate the Wilson shoot. But I'm playing an 8-furlong race here. It's a $40,000 claimer on the dirt. And I'm going to kick off my plays with race 3 with a $10 exacta, one with the 2-5. I've got a horse that I feel like is probably a winner. But the morning line odds aren't spectacular, and I want to make something out of it. So I handicap for second place and key this one on top in an exacta and then play it a little heavier for a $10 exacta. I've got the number 1 taking this one gate to wire under light pressure from a few horses. I think that they go slow on the front, and that's going to set it up for the number 1 Magnolia Midnight to just kind of take this race gate to wire. This one is also a distance specialist, going 5 for 12 at this distance, which comprises 5 of 8 career wins. The speed figures are more than good enough to win, and he's taking a big step down in class in this spot. Underneath, I'm using the number 2 Treaty Obligation at 5-2, and the number 5 Uncle Charlie's Gift at 6-1, because those look like the horses that will be moving fast late. I think they'll be in good position to pass tired horses on their way to the minor awards. So that's my first play. It comes out of race 3. A $10 exacta, 1 with the 2-5. Barry, did you look at race 3? Did you have any thoughts?
Yeah, you don't want to hear my thoughts.
You hate I had a feeling you might hate this one on the rail.
I don't like the one there, only because the rail. I mean, there's enough speed in here. You said light pressure. I don't know. Could be. I mean, there's ways that this horse could definitely get away and leave all these horses in the dust. Gun It, I thought might kind of be a fly in the ointment, and maybe even Uncle Charlie's Gift. But if that horse outquicks them, you might be home free.
Lord willing, Lord hoping that will happen. Barry, your turn to bust some rhymes here, because you have your first play coming out of race 4. It's a daily double, 6 furlongs, $100,000 on the dirt for these maidens in this maiden special weight. What are you doing here in the first leg of your double?
Yeah, I thought this was a nice, interesting race to start off with that we might be able to get a price with. All of these horses, except for one, has run a race or has not run a race. Tennessee Belle is the only horse that has run a race, and that horse is 7-5. In a race like this, 7-5 seems a tad absurd, especially when you don't know what everybody else is doing or has. So I'm going to side on there are other horses in here that can beat the 6. And I went to horses that, at least pedigree-wise, had some precociousness or what looked like precociousness. And I came up with 3 horses. The 2, Run Wild, 15-1 for Linda Rice and Jose Ortiz. Has a couple of nice works. I really like the last one, August 5th, 47-3, breathes from the gate, 4 out of 43 that day. There's some siblings in that pedigree that are kind of quick. Same thing with the 4, Nona Teresa, and we're going to use that one too. Nice workout August 9th from the gate, 47-4, 3 out of 105 that day. Todd Pletcher does well with these types. A lot of precocity in that pedigree. There's only a couple of horses. I think there's one that stands out, a horse that's still in training actually, that is pretty decent. And we're going to use the 7, also All About You. Same sort of deal, has some speed in the pedigree. Nice work July 30th, 47-3 from the gate, which was a bullet, 1 out of 43 that day. Kenny McPeak doesn't really fire with too many first-time starters, but he's capable. This one has some speed, a little bit under the radar, so we're going to try that one too. So the 2, 4, and 7 in race number 4.
Well, you take the 7, you roll them into race 5, where you finish up your daily double. We're going 11 furlongs, $50,000. Non-winners of 1 something. I'm not here to read your fucking conditions. Optional claimer on the turf. What are you doing, buddy?
So this race, top to bottom, it's a really tough race, but there really isn't too much speed in here. No horse with established front-running tendencies. So I took 2 horses in here that might be forwardly placed. The 3, Outsource, who coincidentally, I'm trying to pull up everything here. StreamYard is making me slow. I like the fact that that horse, first time turf, ran an 80 buyer and then went into a stake race, and in that, actually in the allowance race that horse ran, beat a horse named Leon Blue, who won the race after the Violet Stakes at Saratoga July 17th. And they were off Lasix that day, ran really good. I think the number isn't as good as what the horse actually ran, I know it was a short field, but that was a nice improvement off of the second time on the turf. And I think this horse fits in this level. I mean, it's nothing to write home about. $50,000 non-winners of one. This horse should fit there based on that last race and should be fine on the radar. Dylan Davis always riding well for Tom Morley. And I think this one merits a good shot. And we're also going to use the 6. I want to say Zverev, but that horse.
I'm going to say, yeah, Zverev, I guess. Zverev, we're going to call it Zverev.
Zverev? Okay, we'll just, the V is silent.
Yeah.
That horse was running really good last year. They even put that horse in the Hall of Fame stakes up at Saratoga and the Virginia Derby. Didn't fare so well in those races, but the ones prior were really good. You know, kind of the baseline is really good for a race like this. Got claimed last time by Mike Maker, who does really well with new acquisitions of this type, and gets IRAD. So we're going to use the 3 and the 6 to close out the $5 double here.
There we go. Closing it out with the 3 and the 6. Barry, I've got to play also in race 5, this 11 furlong turf race. You probably aren't going to like it again. I am playing. Well, first, let's say we all know the stereotype that wolves think every race is going to melt down. But don't forget the real shameful shit I do is think that every turf route is going to be won by someone going gate to wire. Shame, I say, because I expect a horse to do just that in this long turf route. I'm playing a $20 win on the number 1 Kigali. We got 6-1 on the spot for Kigali. For one, I love Ricardo Santana Jr. on this kind of amount because I can count on him to be aggressive from the gate and get this one placed on the lead. Santana, for what it's worth, also having a sneaky good Saratoga meet, doing some things he doesn't normally do, like win on the turf. It's been a good one for him. Kigali earns the right to face tougher here after he went wire to wire in a $40,000 claiming race last out, going the exact same distance. I always refer to these as kind of positive class moves. When a horse wins and it earns the right to face tougher, those are horses that I like. Also, this was a hot commodity in the claim box not that long ago, but I think we might have found a home in the Cassie barn. And I'm not going to let myself get scared off of Kigali because he's racing for a tagger on the rail. So in race 5, Barry, 2 paths to diverge in a snowy wood. I've got a $20 win on the number 1 Kigali in race 5. Barry, tell me how much you hate this horse.
I don't hate that horse. I just don't think this horse fits here. Kind of got a semi-perfect trip last time and took advantage of it. And I'm not really sure what they want to do this time. I would hope they would go for the lead, but I don't know. It's a tough call with that one. Could win. Hope you get your price if he does.
Same here. Samesies. All right, guys, real quick before we hit Barry's next play in the next race in race 6, got to get a quick word in from our good friends at mybookie.ag because we are brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every sport, including the MLB, WNBA, golf, and, of course, football futures. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And, of course, we are brought to you by the good nerds at Rhythm. Rhythm's power trends are now called smart signals, and Rhythm continues to crush it with smart signals, essentially the best of what their house model has to offer. These are AI-detected patterns where Rhythm's model is consistently won and has a high ROI. Smart signals are updated daily, exclusive to Rhythm. No touts, no noise, just clean, data-backed bets. Download the Rhythm app, check out Smart Signals, and start betting smarter. You know we will be. Get your 7-day free trial at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. Now, if you excuse me, I need to get a brief rehydration interlude in. Speaking of silky and smooth, Barry is taking his essence to race 6, 5.5 furlongs, $100,000 maiden special weight on the turf, on the melon turf. What are you doing? What are you doing here? What's up?
Yeah, this is another one that's kind of a free-for-all, even though some of these horses have a little bit of form. There's a couple of horses that have one trip around. The 8 BB Doll went over to Ascot and got thumped, kind of split the field, finished 8th out of 17. Before that, ran in the Royal Palm and got beat by Lenny Liu, who went over there and ran pretty good to Ascot. So I think that horse will take a lot of attention, but I am not on board for this race. The horse I ended up on is the 7, Sadie Earp. And here's why. This horse was in the same race as the morning line favorite, Keto Drink. Keto Drink broke bad, got bumped, and was way back and finished pretty strong and passed Sadie Earp. But I think Sadie Earp was kind of needed that race just for the experience. Ran really good under Victor Espinosa and gets Frankie Dettori, who coincidentally, 2 things that he does very well that we didn't know until he showed up in America was 1, ride on the lead, and 2, ride in sprints. He rides sprints, turf sprints, very, very well. And I don't blame Wesley Ward for fetching him on this one. I think this horse has a lot of upside, especially after that first race. I think he really needed it and will be much, much better. Victor goes to the 2, Santina, who should be flying early if this horse gets in. I don't know. He's dual entered for today. I didn't check to see if he's running or not, or she's running or not, but doesn't matter. I still like the 7. So we're going to put $20 to win on number 7, Sadie Earp, and we're going to collect that cash.
There you go. Make sure you just hang out at the window until
don't
when?
go far.
No regular Whitey payment.
Until Whitey pays you. Barry, we don't have to stray much further here. You've got another play on deck, race 9, 5.5 furlongs, $150,000. The Skidmore Stakes on the melon turf. I applaud the bravery of taking on this race because it's really like a glorified maiden special weight, essentially. What did you do here in race 9?
Well, I'm with you because the race itself doesn't seem like very straightforward. There's a lot of things going on, but those are the kind of chaotic races I like. If this chalks out, it chalks out. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go with the 4, Tough Critic, who is the other Weaver. And the reason is this horse has been stabled up there at Saratoga for quite a while. Ran a real bang-up race first time at Keeneland. Was off a little bit slow, and then kind of rallied outside under Pratt. Pratt rode him again over to Ascot, split the field, finished 11, only five lengths off the lead out of 23 horses in that race, which is pretty impressive to me. This horse has a couple of works since then, namely 5 works since that one. And I think this horse is heading in the right direction. There's enough speed in here for this horse to chase him down. 6-1 is a great price. So we're going to go 20 to win on number 4, Tough Critic, in the Skidmore race 9. Let's go.
There we go. Making the Skidmore play. I like it. You know what, Barry? I've got a play coming out of the very next race. The Alabama. That's right. The feature race. Sorry, I just have to make sure. Yep, my $5 exacta for Saratoga hit. Boom. Yeah, so I got to tell you folks at home who aren't sure. Anytime you see me like looking down, I'm watching a race on my phone. All right, my very next play, and this is going to be my strongest investment of the day, comes out of race 10, 11 furlongs, $600,000. the Alabama Stakes, grade 1 on the dirt. I'm playing a $10 exacta, 6 with 2, ice cold, and then a $10 daily double, 6 with the 1, 2, 4. And I'm doing it. I'm going to do my best to beat the big horse in this race, and I'm going to play against number 2, Good Cheer, who looks tough, but the loss last out at Saratoga makes you think that this horse might be, you can't say human, but this horse might be horse, I guess. Once again, I'm in a position where I feel like the value in the win pool might not be there because of how small this field is and the fact that this horse will likely go off as the second choice. I'm keying the 6 LeCaire on top because I think this is the speed of speed, and I think that the track has been complementing that run style pretty well as of late. She should be out on the front controlling things, and that's the horse I want in my bet. So I'm keying over Good Cheer in the $10 exacta because I think if you beat Good Cheer, that you likely don't beat her by much. And if she doesn't win, she's likely to finish second. I'm also going to single this race in a daily double.
Yes, I'm singing. I want to mingle.
You want to mingle?
Yeah.
Because once again, the run style and low and early speed makes it a horse that I want to try to connect to some bigger prices in the next race. With in race 11, the 1, 2, and 4, one of which I'll talk about more in depth in the next race because I'm going to win bet it in what I saw as a chaos race in the next one. But I am going to go ahead and try to smack this ice cold with the 6-2 exacta for $10 and a $10 daily with the 1, 2, 4. That puts me in for $40 this race. Barry, I already know you've got a daily double starting here. What are you doing in the big race in the Alabama?
You know, you said smack this, which reminded me of the old Akon song, Smack That. And it's funny because last December, I went to Gulfstream. And I hadn't heard that song, I'd say, in probably about 6 or 7 years. And I heard it twice.
All right.
It's very, very crazy.
Very crazy.
I wasn't expecting that. I actually remarked about it on Facebook, but a whole nother story. Anyway, in the 10th, I thought Lucara, the 6, had a real big pace advantage over the rest of these horses. Not to mention that she really likes Saratoga in comparison to a horse like Good Cheer, who at least the first time didn't run a step. And I thought it was a really dramatic non-effort. Almost to the point where I think that horse just doesn't like that track. So I'm going to bet against them too, or bet against her also. And I'm going to single Lucara in my daily double at 5-2. Should have the run of the race. I don't see any other horses trying to go heads up with her for the lead. Nitrogen is in the race. She's really good, but there's a lot of questions on fast dirt. You know, to me, there's a reason why they never tried her on dirt, and they really didn't want to until they got to that sloppy race. There was only 3 horses in that race. That horse blew everybody away. So you really can't tell what Nitrogen can do on the dirt. She's very talented, but I'm going to side against it, especially at that measly 9-5 price. We're going with Lucara, who I think will probably be second choice at worst. I think Nitrogen could fall to the third choice, but we'll see. But yeah, we're going to use Nitrogen to start off the $15 daily double.
Oh, you're using You mean
I'm sorry, Lucara.
Lucara. Yeah.
Whoa, scratch that.
Confused there
we
for
don't
a
want
second.
nitrogen.
Yeah.
We don't want nitrogen at all, actually. But
we don't.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true though. Now Barry, this is your first leg of the daily double. Your second leg comes out of the 8.5 furlongs, $35,000 non-winners, a 2 lifetime claimer on the inner. How are you wrapping up your daily double?
So we got 2 horses to wrap up the daily double. My top pick, will start there first, is number 6, Magni. 20-1 morning line. This horse actually ran really good once getting to the turf. Ran at the 30. They dropped this horse to 30,000, made in 30,000, ran pretty good. But they figured out somewhere along the way that this horse wanted turf. Jack the price up to 50, win that race. Go into an allowance and doesn't run poorly, just was way wide. Was in the 9 out of 11 horses in the 9 post. Was way wide, never had a chance. 3, 4 wide, pretty much the whole way. Gets a better post position this time. Gets a rider upgrade in Dylan Davis. And I think this one merits a really big shot in a race that's kind of wide open. And we're also going to use the 7 Landman Friday. This horse came back running on July 5th from a April 5th layoff. And I think there's some improvement there. Gargan's Barn is starting to fire. And I think this horse fits very well in this spot, especially on the drop. Didn't run poorly last time at Delaware. Fits good. It's a go. Kendrick Carmouche, maybe the hottest rider, if not one of the hottest riders at Saratoga. So we're taking number 7 Landman Friday too.
He finishes it up with that 6 and 7. What, 4, 6, 7? Was that it? No.
No, just 6 and 7.
Just 6 and 7. My bad. That's on me. Barry, I've got a play in this race also, but damn it, we're at odds again. 8.5 furlongs on the turf, and I am pulling the trigger with a $10 win on number 4, Ready, Set, Twirl, which could be my daughter's theme song. Like, I took her to a dance. All she wants me to do is the entire time. 2 things here. The price is fantastic with Ready, Set, Twirl, and I'm not limiting myself to only hitting on this horse in the daily double. The 15-1 on the morning line makes me want to try to win bet because the daily double is no given. And I want to make sure that I'm putting something in on this opinion. So even if I whiff on the first half of the daily double, Ready, Set, Twirl stretches out for the first time, but I don't see any issue with that really, with Twirling Candy on the top line and an Unbridled Song Mare on the bottom line. This race should get chaotic, and I can see this field being very tightly bunched. And that's why I went 3 deep in the daily double starting in race 10. But for this race, I'm going to win bet the horse. I think we'll be at fantastic odds at post time, and I hope I was right in the previous race and leave myself 3 outs here. So I'm playing a $10 win on Ready, Set, Twirl. Now, Barry, your last play is the bailout race, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, real quick, before we hit our last bets and the bailout for today, got to get a word in from the Circa Million and Circa Survivor, the world's greatest sports book. Circa Las Vegas is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest, the Circa Million, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo. With over 21 million in guaranteed prizes, you can't call yourself a true degen if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. Come hang out with SGPN on the Circa contest weekend, August 21st to the 23rd, for an amazing weekend, including live shows and open bars. Plus, you get a 15% off a stay at the Circa with promo code SGP15. The contests are open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada and play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com and use promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. And, of course, we're brought to you by our friends at Underdog, because Underdog has Best Ball Mania summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. And Underdog is also a great place to play Pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times your entry. So sign up with promo code SGPN to claim your special pick, plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. And if you excuse me, I need to get another brief rehydration interlude in.
The battle begins!
All right, Barry. First, folks, we're back, and what are we doing? We're giving out free picks as soon as I find my sounder.
And I make nothing. Zero. Zilch. By the time I pay all my scientists, all my people in my research department, lab coats, it's a wash. Well, why you do it then, baby Billy? Well, because I'm selfless.
All right, Barry, race 12. We've saved our juiciest morsels for this point to give to people so they can leave with a little bit of something in their pocket. That's right. We are talking about bailout bets.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
What are you doing for your bailout in race 12, Burry?
So we're gonna go with number 6, Busting Away to bail out. Now, I normally wouldn't take a horse like this because they've been lingering over at Finger Lakes. However, this horse broke the maiden at Saratoga in 2023, going wire to wire, and has kind of improved since then. Went straight into allowance company, worked his way up, ran a turf race at the Backwaduck meet, ran pretty good third behind Courtly Banker and the Big Torpedo. Courtly Banker is in this race as a closer, and I think Busting Away might change tactics and not be completely on the lead like they usually are. This horse has shown the affinity, especially if you look at that June 11th race, to come slightly off the pace, and I think that might be all the difference if we can get him to do that. That being said, the price should be right because of the fact that you're out-of-town connections. Really not much in here. There's a lot going on as far as, bottom level type horses go. And this should be a really interesting race in general. If you're alive to anything going into this race, good luck to you because this is a doozy. So we're going to take Busting Away, take a shot at that one. 10-1 morning line to bail out.
There we go. And I forgot to mention 5.5 furlongs on the turf, $95,000. Non-winners have won something. State bred.
I was state raised. You think I'm scared to catch a case on some bullshit?
So I managed to save $10 of my $100 budget, and I'm going to throw it at the number 4 on the ledge, 6-1 here. Once again, I'm with Barry here. I could see this being a very chaotic race with a very chaotic finish, and I had 3 horses I liked here that I considered boxing in an exacta because none of them are the top choice in this race. But in the sprint, in the spirit of keeping things simple, which, by the way, turned a profit last week on our $100 show, keeping it simple. I'm just going to win bet my best opinion at the best price. On the ledge, this is another horse on the card that I'm win betting that has shown promise with limited starts on the turf. The one try was 2 back at Backwaduct, and on the ledge put up a strong enough performance that it would likely win this race if he can match it or top it. The connections rarely start this one on turf, and I like how this one is spotted up in this race for Bruce Brown. So I'm calling it a day with the 4 on the ledge. Hopefully that pans out for me. We'll see. Barry, that's it, man. We've taken a look at absolutely everything here. I guess my question for you is, how do you feel about wrapping up picks?
Must.
Yep, is mandatory.
But
I can hear you. Your screen like freezes for a second, but other than that, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's StreamYard. It's not for anybody to actually understand it. I kicked it off in race 3, so I'm going to kick off the bets here, or the recap. Race 3, we had a $10 exacta, 1 over the 2-5. Race 5, a $20 win on the number 1. Race 10, a $10 exacta, 6 with 2 ice cold, and a $10 daily double, 6 with 1, 2, 4. Race 11, $10 win on number 4. Race 12, so nice I did it twice, $10 win on number 4. Burry.
So we're going to start out race number 4 with a $5 daily double. Number 2, Run Wild. Number 4, Notorious. And number 7, All About You. With, in race 5, number 3, Outsource. And number 6, Zerev. That's Wolfie. Wolfie's pronunciation.
Yeah.
Race.
I just don't have the energy to try to pronounce everybody's name anymore. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So race 6, we're going a $20 win bet on number 7, Sadie Earp. Number 9, race 9, we're doing a $20 win bet on number 4, Tough Critic. And race 10, $15 daily double, La Cara in the Alabama with Magni, number 6, and number 7, Landman Friday to the hoop. Number 6 in the last race, Busting Away, and we go home with all the cash.
I like it when you go to the hoop.
love Duncan, guy. What are you talking about?
I love
I would
Dunkin',
never-
but I can still, but not like I used to.
Dude, I'm coming off a vacation where every breakfast had at least one donut. Like I was listen,
So
you put
jiggling,
donuts in front of me-
you're jiggling, right? Yeah.
Dude, I put on so much weight. It's absurd how much weight I put on. Barry, that's it, man. We've done the damn thing. We've talked the Alabama Stakes. It was I feel like a good big show. How do you critique us immediately? What do you think? How do we
I
do?
love it. I love it. I mean, we're gonna hit something. We
At
usually
some
do.
point.
But yeah, no, I like Saturday's card. Again, it's not as good as last week's, but still solid enough and some opportunities. If we get Magnine to win in race 11, oof, we're gonna be good money.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, that's going to do it for us here today at the Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. We appreciate you viewing. Make sure to subscribe, like it, do what all the fancy buttons on YouTube do. That's it. We will see you tomorrow. We're sticking with Saratoga. We're doing Friday Saratoga best bets and ones that we actually put on our mamas. I found the perfect clip to write out on. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
What?